Okay, we'll take one more.
Yeah, Joe Clark from the Washington Times. Really appreciate your time. Last week in testimony before the Senate, Secretary Mayorkas was trying to explain further what the intent behind the board was, and he said, quote, the intent of the board is to gather together best practices in addressing the threat of disinformation from foreign state adversaries, the cartels, and disseminate those best practices to the operators that have been executing and addressing this threat for years. So is your concern with the board, or is it with the operators that have been operating for years? And what would your bill do to address that? Lastly, who are these operators?
My bill simply defunds this board, and it prevents the federal government from using tax dollars to form any similar boards in the future. So I mean, I think that that's pretty plain and simple.
Does that remove oversight from the operators that have been, quote, executing and addressing this threat for years?
DHS has plenty of ways to combat these bad actors, to have oversight over them. This board won't be used for that. This is for the American people and to combat disinformation. If you look at Nina Jankowicz and the positions that she has taken on free speech, on the American citizen, it is not an accident that she was named the executive director of this board. Her vendetta is against the American people and free speech, and that's why this board needs to be defunded and no other board created. Anyone else? Thank you very much. I appreciate